if you tell a girl that you like them, it's forcing the cat to be alive or dead. Uh, I've been working very hard on the parallel writing system. Very excited to get that out, but it's not quite done yet. Anyways, make sure you jump into the Double Demons Discord and check out Electra. It's a free branching dialogue tool that's going to change everything. But today I wanted to talk about a fun little concept that I've coined toxic honesty. And while that might sound like something that doesn't exist, I'm going to make the case for it. So what do I call toxic honesty? Well, what I mean by that is there's, I think, a somewhat maybe good intentioned, but aggressive attitude with relationships, just in general, anywhere, where you just want to say whatever you're saying, thinking, or feeling, no matter what, and then just deal with the consequences from that point. Typically, it comes from people who are sick of all the, underhandedness or lies or confusion, and they just want to simplify things. That's something I can certainly appreciate and relate to. But unfortunately, relationships are a two-way street. And what some people don't understand about this is some people's personalities are kind of more consuming or expansive than others. And what I mean by that is one person yelling is louder than another person yelling, right? So if you think of honesty as yelling, which is a negative way to characterize it, but let's go with it for now, then some people are always going to get heard and other people will never get heard, even if they're both yelling. So what does that mean with honesty? Well, it means that if you're coming out of the box, maybe you have strong feelings about what you're looking for in friendship or with a partner. If you come out guns blazing with that and are like, I'm looking for this, this, and this, that is brave and amazing. I think that straightforward communication is great, but we should accept the costs that go along with it. So along with that, what will happen is a lot of people will be caught off guard. If this is something that you're exposing people to right when you meet them or soon after, they don't know enough about you to know whether this is a kind of safe or comfortable space for them to share their feelings for the future on. A lot of times the people who are, out there with their strong feelings, their most personal feelings, are a bit more loose cannon variety, and so it's not a safe place to express your vulnerabilities or what you're after in life. So what that means is, in some ways, the more straightforward you are with your strong feelings about things, the less that many other people who are less so bold and less so, maybe let's say dangerous, because it's a risky thing. Not everyone can hear you and your experiences and validate them. Sometimes it will challenge what they believe or feel, or it will make them uncomfortable. And you are putting that on people, even if it's a gesture of, I guess faith in humanity to some degree, that you can, be authentically who you what you're feeling, and that will be better for the world. But it's something that I think is a mixed bag, and an underappreciated mixed bag. And a lot of times this is applied in the realm of romance, with dating relationships or something like that, where you get frustrated by the game, and this goes for girls and guys, and there's like, okay, I'm just going to ask them out if I want to, and deal with the consequences. And that is fine, but I think it's important to know what you're doing. The full extent of the action is, in some cases, it is possible for the other person to not know where their feelings are. It's to be very unromantic. It's like a Schrodinger's cat situation. For some people, they're really trying to figure out what their feelings are about you, or you about them. And you're taking a measurement when you express yourself strongly. If you tell a girl that you like them, it's forcing the cat to be alive or dead. Uh, um, right. So confessing your feelings is a lot like Schrodinger's cat, in that you may be killing or proving the life of the cat. So just take that into consideration. This might feel unfair, but it's a two-way street. In some ways, the freedom that you get by being honest, and it is a beautiful freedom, I think, has some costs, which is that it could cage some people. Some people will feel intimidated by that level of honesty, and maybe they were trying to figure out their feelings for you, and in that abrupt moment, there's a lot of complex reactions that go on. Like, okay, there's some pressure that goes in no matter what you say, no matter what disclaimers you put forward with, like, I know you may not be feeling as strongly or that you're still figuring things out. That's, expressing your feelings for someone if they're not at the same level. And there's usually some sort of a mismatch at some stages, is going to automatically put pressure on them. Not everyone handles that well. Some people do. Some people really appreciate that knowledge and, are trying to make important choices based on all of the factors. But other people really need to feel out, what they think about you. And it's going to take them some time. So sometimes that removes that time from the situation. Now it's kind of decide time, and it's not a comfortable place to organically explore your feelings for someone where there's kind of a flirtatious mystery. If you know how the other person feels, then it's not about, do they even like me, which some people think is negative, but also frees you up to figure out whether you like them. It lets you purely focus on your own feelings. But when you know the other person's feelings, sometimes it's like, well, this relationship happening or not is up to me. I'm the deciding factor here. Which is not great for everyone. So, anyways, it's something to think about. Toxic honesty exists in a lot of realms. I've talked to art critique in the past. I think it's a relationship, it's a two-way street before it's being a martyr or a pure messenger for what you think is the objective truth of the situation. We are people first, and instruments of truth and art and knowledge second. And I think that's worth thinking through and giving respect to. There are a lot of really difficult things that we have to face in modern life, in relationships, and all the different communication tools that we have, and some that we have less of now. And even though that's tough, it doesn't immediately mean that in some ways, opposite reaction or overreaction, with like, I'm going to be as straightforward as possible is the best way forward. There's a lot of advantages to it. And I do appreciate people who are much more straightforward a lot of the time. But let's also, leave room for the people that, are just confused or have been hurt and have gone through difficult situations. You're asking a lot of people to put themselves out there. And you kind of force people to put themselves out there when you make your own feelings known in a very strong way. So, yeah, hopefully that was an interesting perspective that will help you reflect on your own thoughts and feelings about the degree of honesty in the, dating game in real life, as well as some different concepts that I'll be bringing to Double Demons. Keep updating YouTube channel for updates on parallel writing. It's a really exciting feature that I'm bringing where instead of having a node structure where you're seeing all possible options all the time, you're going to be seeing parallel nodes in a line that will just describe two different playthroughs, two different very specific playthroughs, and you'll just write to those playthroughs. I think this will be a transformative way for writers to interact with game stories more easily. But I'll have more updates for that soon. Have a good one. Thanks.